Hi everyone. So when is the event now being started, getting started for the panel?
Is just until then is everyone seated patient comfortably? Am I audible, Chidar? Audible? So, Acha, beforehand, we would really like to apologize for the delay which has happened. Some technical issues were there, and we're sorry for that we have to sit here, but now we will begin. And the thing is that, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. You've done it all. All that we could throw at you, all that we have thrown at you, you have somehow done it all. Be it the process of ideation, so, be it the process of ideation or the art of innovation, you've come out on top and got it all done. But now's the time to take your thinking cap off and put on all the tinfoil hats that you can. Because you're going to need them for all the convincing you'll have to do right now. Because this is Hackowasp 5.0's pitching round. This is the most interesting and, according to some, the most challenging part of the hackathon. So before we start, give yourself a huge round of applause because you've made it this far to the pitching round. And it's important to know that who you will be pitching to before the pitching actually begins. So it is my great honor to tell you about our judges for Hackowasp 5.0. A disclaimer, I am not qualified enough to talk about these judges, but I will still try my very best. Now, our first judge. This man, he is he's currently working at Deliveroo as a senior infrastructure engineer. And he also co-founded Code Asylums, an educational firm which aims at helping aspiring coders and hackers hone their existing skills and learn new ones. He's also been honored as one of the top 100 educational leaders at GFEL Dubai in 2019, and he was included in the 10% founders list by the YC School Startup School in September 2022. Now, this man's achievements are too much for me to bear and too much to talk about, so Alfred, I've introduced him. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mr. Pratyush Thapar. Sir, we are honored to have you here with us. Now, we live in a world where social media is a common common thing. You go out on the street and you stop any 100 random people and ask them how many social media apps you have on your phone. Chances are 50% of them will have about 8-9 applications, as will all of us, be the aspiring coders that we are. And on these applications, we consume hours of digital media content every single week. Now our next man, our next judge, this man has founded a platform known as the Socials. And this platform enables the content creators whose media we all consume to develop their brands every single day. He's also worked as an ex-developer at Nielsen IQ, an ex-project manager at Figuring Out Media. He is a 7-time hackathon participant, a regular hackathon judge. He is a content creator himself. He is a creator, analyst, an economist, and he's a public speaker. I do not have to tell you that is a talent list longer than most people are able to get in their entire lifetime, and this man has just started. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mr. Thapar. Now, we have some participants sitting over here, and I'd like to ask all of them, honestly asking, who here has had the guts to open Amazon ka app and order anything from there? Show of hands. Who's done that? I hope you have done that. You've done that now. Any one person can raise their hand and tell us what is the weirdest thing you brought from an Amazon marketplace. Sleeping pills. All of you. Good now? Now, that is the weirdest thing, sure. And there are n number of oddities the Amazon marketplace has to offer. But it also offers some other services, one of them being its cloud computing service. And this next man that we have here, our next judge that is, he works at Amazon Web Services, a branch of Amazon that provides that cloud computing service. He works there as a cloud support engineer, and he is an invaluable part. He is a big reason of why AWS is able to offer its services as efficiently as it currently does. He's also been a speaker at Hackowasp and Econ Hacks Bangalore. He's an organizer and mentor and judge at Hack the Mountains, which, if you're unaware, it is a very prestigious, highly prestigious event. To present this man, I would like to ask all of you to give it up for Mr. Avinash Kaushal. I would like to firstly thank all the judges for taking time out of their very understandably busy schedules and coming here to impart their words of wisdom upon all our participants. Now, you know the who you have to pitch it to, but now how to pitch. Now, to pick up from what Priyansh told you earlier, 10 minutes. Every team will be given 10 minutes, 5 minutes for the pitching process. At 3 minutes, at the 3-minute mark, you will hear a single tap. And at the 4-minute, 30-second mark, you'll hear 3 taps. The moment you hear this, consider this an emergency bell. This is your moment to wrap up because the next 5 minutes will have the judges questioning your pitch and asking all the questions which they feel unnecessary. I would also like to request the judges to keep the questions to 5 minutes so that we can fit it in the time constraint. And to end it, I would just like to say to all of you, if you feel, genuinely feel that you've missed putting an inch of effort in all the previous hours or all the previous rounds, go have a look in the mirror and give yourself the best pep talk you can because gentlemen and ladies, this this is the victory lap. This is your victory lap. This is the last obstacle, the last hurdle you have to overcome to be crowned champions of Hackowasp 5.0. So without further ado, hey, good luck to all of you, and I would like to request the judges to bring a call upon the team of their choice. All the best, guys.
So let's start with the first one. Team Pixels. So, so sing it up. Now it's on.
So, am I audible? Okay, so thank you, judges, for giving us the opportunity to be first. Okay, so I am RM Sharma, the leader of Team Pixels, and the tact that we have chosen is defense, and our problem statement is a blockchain-based real-time criminal detection system. So before beginning, let us first talk about the limitations that the police department is currently facing. The first and foremost is that whenever a crime takes place, let it be robbery, burglary, theft, or a major crime such as harassment, or we can say a murder happening on the streets, what's the first thing that the eyewitness does? He goes to the police station and tells the police station a vague description of whatever he remembers about the person he just saw. He will give the details about his features, facial features, and everything. But that process is very time consuming and cumbersome. And what happens after a week or two? Those the sketches that the artist drew are lost and nowhere to be found. And the second limitation that the current police department is facing is that of the CCTV cameras, smart CCTV cameras, I would say. According to a survey of 2020, over 4 lakh cameras were under the government, and their mere job was to just monitor the traffic and nothing else. So we present to you crime clips. Okay, so the approach is pretty simple. What we'll be doing is the textual description given by the eyewitness will be fed into our model, and within seconds an image will be generated. Rather, I would say a face with an accurate description will be generated, and the user can get as many tries as he wants. The next generated face is then fed to the blockchain database, and where hundreds and thousands of images of wanted criminals will be stored. And then from this database, it will be integrated with the CCTV modules all over the India. So whenever a criminal or any person who has conducted any type of fraud is located in any street, an alert will be sent to the nearest police station. Next, I would like to invite Gautam.
The use cases of our project are catch criminals using their textual description to find missing people, get geographical location of the criminals or missing people upon detection, generating alerts using APIs when the people are found, convert criminal sketch to approximate face picture using IPFS for decentralized storage for image stored to improve security, and facial recognition using state-of-the-art Euro version 4 algorithms for fast processing. Next, I would like to call Pulis.
Thank you, Gautam. Okay, so now I'll discuss about the tech stack that we are using and how we are solving this problem. So first of all, for text to image, we are using stable diffusing model. We also use GANs and cyclic GANs, but the accuracy that we achieved over the given time was not good enough. So we are using Next.js and Flask. My friend Anshu will tell you more about that. Now I'll tell you about face recognition system. We are using Euro V4 state-of-the-art architecture for recognizing faces. The biggest benefit of this model is that it can auto-augment faces. So we've given only a single image of the criminal. It can auto-augment into 10 to 15 images to make it better for our model. And it has accuracy of around 99%, which is obvious because we're using OpenCV in that as well. Now over to Aishu. Let's tell you about blockchain and website.
Now I'll show you the demo. So So, demo. Okay, wait, just demo. 1 minute. We can have the demo. 1 minute at max. So this is our UI built using Next.js, and this is a simple illustration how this works. We give it a text input and it generates an illustration. So I'll show you the working demo. So I have already copied a interesting prompt to my clipboard. I'll paste it here. Click on generate. I wait for the output. And we have output, quite interesting one. I'll now upload it to IPFS if I'm satisfied with this output. So now it will be uploaded to the file system. Take some time. Now it's done. I can refresh it here. This is our file manager where we can take a look at all our files. We can see now instead of 6 files, we now have 7 files or 7 portraits. We can also look at all the criminal database here, which fetches these portraits from IPFS directly and shows them here. Thanks. Hello.
Thank you, everyone.
questions with this?
Uh, for the demo, I'm pasting one description in the chat. Can you like put this? I
Can
want
you
to see
please
the
wait a
results.
second? We cannot hear you.
I'm audible.
Yes, so you're audible.
Okay. So I just pasted one description. Can you like run through it?
Like आप अपने पीसी दे दो फिर
भैया अपना पीछे कनेक्ट करते हैं
दूसरा लैपटॉप कनेक्ट कर दो तो देखते हैं
In the meanwhile, can you explain me how you have used YOLO V4? Okay.
वेट कर देना फिर
Hello, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, sir. So, questions?
I I think I lost you. My internet was lost. So you ran.
I don't sir. Results of the models in the chat. Sir, I can actually share my screen with you. It will be pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the notebook
And
running in my.
how you have used YOLO V3, YOLO V4 here? Can you tell me what's the purpose of
Sir,
it?
we used Alexi AV darknet repository for that, and then
Okay.
we used our custom faces for training that will be for weights.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, sir. This was a whole repository. And then we wrote code to integrate our cameras with the web application. It took us a few JavaScript codes, and then
Okay.
we
Okay, we can leave it. I just want to see the result of this the description. Can you run it?
results of the YOLO before.
No, no. You gave one description, and on the basis of that, one image will be generated, right?
I cannot hear you, sir.
Oh, okay.
Results of the blockchain.
So it's like you give one description as an input, and on the basis of that, one image will be generated, right?
Yes, sir.
So you gave description a white man with mohawk haircut, sleek cheekbones, French beard, and heavy eyebrows, right? In the similar way, I gave one description. Can you run it through the
Yes, sir.
model?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Thank you.
HTML ports लगाओ सर. Port कहाँ है तेरा? वो लगा पहले. आप मुझे ज्वाइन कर ले मीट और स्क्रीन शेयर कर दे फिर. स्क्रीन शेयर कर दे. टाइप कर दे. Sir, is that okay?
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Thank you, sir.
That's all from my side.
Any other question, sir?
So you guys are looking forward to use it as a app or website, wherein you'll be using giving it to your customers basically.
Sir, it will be a complete software package that we will be giving to investigation agencies like police and government officers that can, like, the primary use case of this product is to investigate criminals and their faces based on the descriptions given in detection forms.
And why are you keeping it to blockchain? Like what's the purpose that is solving by the
So,
blockchain?
sir, the images that we are going to store in this, the blockchain solves the problem of centralization. It will decentralize all the images, so we do not have a common point of failure for the model. Plus, blockchain ensures a level of encryption to the software that we import when dealing with law enforcement agencies.
Okay, okay. And like this platform and everything would be only used by their end, or it would be also for the people, like for example, like they first make that kind of a sketch and then they take it to the, like to a police station, and then they, like they can recognize it better, something like that,
Yes,
or
sir, that is also the use case of the product. If you have a sketch, then we have also trained a GANs model that will convert that sketch into a human living form. Because we also aim to integrate the visual processing system with the system, so it cannot be integrated with sketches. So we will have to automatically integrate some kind of software that will convert that sketches into a more human-like structure that is recognizable through video processing.
cool. Like I like the idea, like that you had, because like this is a kind of a problem that a lot of like a system that we have right now faces. But like it's tough to regularize it, it's tough to convince at that level where like it would be implemented. So I would say like all the best for this, and it's a great effort.
Thank you, sir. So we'll have to start from the small cities, small police stations first, and then based on
Right.
the result, we can go up to the higher.
Yeah, like all the best for that.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions, sir?
No, nothing from my side.
Same goes for me.
So, thank you, sir. Thank you, judges. We were Team Pixels. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present our idea.
Let's have a pixel trio here.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Yasin.
Yeah, am I audible?
Loud and clear.
So, very briefly about the problem that we are solving, let us take an example. This person over here is Joe. Now, Joe is a very ordinary person living a very ordinary life. Uh, and Joe comes under a situation where he has to go to a print shop to print some documents. Now, like any other normal person would do, he has to go and wait in line until he gets his print from the print shop. Now, I need your attention over here. There are two main problems that are being addressed. Number one, Joe doesn't like waiting in line. And number two, for the print shop, managing crowded public is hard. Now, what if there was one solution that solves all of these problems? Imagine a world where people like Joe wouldn't wait in a line, and they can book any printing services while sitting at the comfort of their homes. And imagine a world where print shops have a tool that can be helped for managing prints and managing people. Introducing ZeroGo, a single platform for all of your printing needs. ZeroGo connects the user, in this case, which is Joe, and the vendor, in this case, is the print shop. So, working with ZeroGo is really simple. The user first sends a document to be printed via mobile application. The document is sent for printing to one or more printing shops via the ZeroGo platform. And after a print shop is successfully printed, they will manually add it that the document is successfully printed, and via our platform we will successfully notify the user that your print is ready. Please take it. Please come and take it from the Xerox shop or whatever the service it is. Now, we do understand the basic concept, but let's understand what is there for customers as well as printing shops. So for customers, you don't have to wait in a longer line. You also get quick services. That is, it saves you a huge amount of time. Now for printing shop, you have increased income. You don't have to pay any upfront cost for using our platform, and we also provide a pay-as-you-go service. By pay-as-you-go service, I mean that you will be charged some amount of money as commission for every single service that you sell to the customers. Now, we do understand the basic concept. Let us dive deep into the practical part, handing over to Musab.
Hello there, it's Musa here on the screen. And yes, it's visible. Okay, done, it's visible. So initially, there are some three users. For example, there's a super admin, there's an admin, and there's a user. And just for super admin, there's just one endpoint. So I did not feel like it was necessary to make an interface for one endpoint. So for super admin will always be us. That's why it's okay. We'll use the tools such as Postman for this one time only. Now, initially there are no vendors. Now we have to add a vendor. So super admin will add a vendor. In order for super admin to add a vendor, first he has to log in. And after login, he can just add a vendor himself. In order to add a vendor, he needs some details such as the name of the shop, latitude and longitude, and charges per meter, and images, for example. The image is already linked. Now, if I send, the vendor will be added. Now, the credentials are my own email along with my own password. So, let's move on to the website. So, this is our website. This is the home page of our website. It's zero code. That's just a simple email address and password. And there's a theme switch. So, if you're a nerd like me, you would prefer dark mode maybe. And you can just enter your email address and password, and you can just sign in. After signing in, you can see there's a print jobs. These are basically just bookings made by the customers. And then there's services which are provided by my own Xerox center. For example, initially there are no services, so let me just add a service. So adding a service is quite simple. So we had a problem here about the types of Xerox or prints. For example, there are multiple types of paper, multiple types of prints. Then there's multiple cost, different cost. So in order to simplify those, we split each and everything into its own entity. For example, we have a paper for there's a glossy bond paper standard. Let me choose a standard, and let me choose the size of the paper. Let me choose the type of the paper, and I can set my own cost. For example, this cost is for a standard A3 size paper, which is a grayscale print. If I add amount of 10, the service will be added here. And now this services will be available to the user. Let me just add another service. Okay, now we can just go to the mobile application. Yeah. Here's the mobile application. Now, mobile application is has a quite similar login page as the web admin dashboard. This mobile application will be used by users. Now, there's it takes the precise location of you and it compares the location with the Balaji Xerox location, and it shows you the distance between it, so that if there are multiple centers, you will know which one is the nearest one. Now, I can just
So your time is over. Judges can start with the FAQ session.
sure, no problem.
Hi team. So
Right.
it's a great effort that you put in. Like, so for example, I'm staying in Bangalore. I use Blinkit, and so I can actually like I can send the document and they bring the printed document to my home. So
Yes.
it's that simple over here in Bangalore. But I
Yeah.
understand like it does not cover all the like not any one of the printing shop can be like onboarded directly. They might have to check with Blinkit and then they onboarded to it. It can be a platform wherein like any shopkeeper or a print like a Xerox owner can put it over there. And like I would say in a terms of a hackathon, building this much is it's good effort, and it's a great learning. I think you guys would have it from here in terms of development, but just in the feasibility of idea, matlab, it's very difficult for someone to just add this particular app for this reason. If I get everything through Blinkit, if they might have like they have somewhere wherein sometimes okay it's not available or something like that, then at that time this app could like go work good. Like for example, even in late hours, something like that, that provision is still not there, and it's not there that Blinkit is there in every city for this uh, option. So in that case, like this could be good. So i
Yes.
would i would still say like you can carry this idea into the implementation with being in the college, and implement at least around your college and in your city somewhere, and take this up. So all the best for that.
Yes. Thank you so much. Any question?
Hi team. Yeah,
Hi.
first of all, I like your UI. It's quite
Yeah.
new and refreshing.
Thank you.
Regarding the scope of project, as my peer just mentioned, uh, like its scope is somewhat limited. If we go online, there are multiple sites like this which are offering similar services. You are just giving paper printing. They are giving lot of things. One thing will be here is like you are giving it in a local place. So say if I go to online, I want some printing job, it might take a day or two to get that to me, but in your case I might get it in like shorter time. So I feel like the scope of project will be limited to a certain area, and
Yes.
like you can carry it in your college, around your campus and everywhere, but like if you have to fully scale it, then it's going to be a big challenge for you. But
Yeah.
in the print, what's your buffer size? After how many, like what's the queue size? After which number document may get lost? Where you are storing all the things? Can you just give me some insight on that one?
Sure, absolutely. The documents are stored inside AWS, and the link to the document is stored inside a document which is in the MongoDB. So, for example, there's a MongoDB object for each booking, and that one particular object contains a URL for the PDF or any type of document from the S3. So, the queue would be based upon the created data, the time and date at which it is created.
So you are using the FIFO queue, right?
Yes, exactly.
And like say my print happened, but there are some issue after the print has happened, for how longer duration the uh, document will be there, like after print it will get deleted or it will remain there for some time?
It will remain there for some time.
Okay, got it.
MongoDB TTL is used, so
Okay,
it will be deleted after maybe a few months, but not completely there.
got it.
Any further questions? Please feel free to ask.
That's all from my side.
Thank you.
So you can call the next team. So you can call the next team.
Excuse me, sir. Due to some technical issues, we would request you
To present the PPT. You can share the PPT, Guruja.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is.
A very warm evening to all the participants and amazing panel of judges. We are the team Hurricanes of Rajalakshmi Engineering College, Chennai from the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. EduRiot, experience education like never before with AR and IoT. The track we have chosen is Open Innovation. The problem statement is that students lack interest in history and science related steps and have difficulty in retaining the information related to these subjects. And also, traditional methods have no visualizing technology, which lacks efficient learning. The solution we created is EduRior, the combination of AI and IoT. In the solution, students get to visualize 2D images from textbooks as 3D models. This way, students get experience immersive and engaging way of interactive learning. IoT is enabled with the ESP32 microcontroller, which is used to detect historical and science-related images from textbooks and retrieve information from online database. This microcontroller communicates with other devices over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, enabling it to send and receive data to and from mobile application. I would like Samuel to continue the presentation.
So these are the components we are using here for the IoT control. Our app will also connect with any other IoT apps also. But as for the demonstration, we have used these ESP32 along with relays and temperature sensors and current sensors. Next slide, please. So this will provide us with real-time monitoring, cloud connectivity, and AR interface, which will give an immersive view for studying, and also provide study lamp and fan control for the student to like get an interactive way to study. Now, next slide, please. So we are using the Blink app for cloud monitoring, where the real-time data or the real-time monitoring of models, based on which 3D models are seen in the using the app, and then through the web dashboard also we are communicating for the controlling of the IoT using AR. So in the future, you can see that we all will be using AR in our daily lives. So when this AR comes into view, this project will also boom with that. So this will be a starting for that. Already nowadays it is coming on. So our app supports the phone, and we can buy an AR headset which holds the phone, and this will be like very useful for the students to get an interesting way to learn things. Yeah. So I like to directly show the demonstration. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Samuel, you can
Yeah.
continue.
Shall I show the live demonstration?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Shivraj, you can switch on the camera and you can show it. Suraj, you can stop presenting the screen. I hope the Shivraj is visible to you all. Is it visible? Actually, one more person is doing the thing, the demonstration. Can you just highlight that his like video or something like that? Excuse me.
Yeah, I can see Shivraj.
Okay. Okay, Shivraj, you can show the app. So this is our app. You can see it, EduRiot. So here we have options to select the books, and if we select one of the books, like you can select one of the books. So right now he's selecting the book, and suppose we are having a book. So yeah, he's holding the book in his hand. So when the book is shown in front of the camera, the AR camera, the light turns on. So now you can see the next. You can go to the next page. Actually, there is a virtual button there that was pressed, so the light is on. Shivraj, you can show it properly. It's not visible, quite visible. So yeah, maybe you can turn off the light because it's totally glaring out the thing.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, yeah. So suppose this is the book. So here is a AR image, 3D image which comes out. Seeing. So this is the 3D view of the world. So he's studying about the Earth means you can see what the Earth looks like, and you can view the 3D aspect and also study the content of that. Now suppose you're moving to the next page. Suppose you're studying biology book. So here we have the image of a skull. So this will show the in-depth 3D view of the skull, where you can see the number of bones it has. Shiraj, it is not visible. Just align it properly. Yeah, so you can see the 3D view of the skull, the number of teeth that are there, number of bones, and so it is like that. So I hope you got an idea, and this is how the student will get interacted. You can
So
show
your
how.
demo time is over.
Yeah, you can just close the light. So when you show the last part of the book, there's a button there, virtual button. Using that, you can turn off the light. So, Purvaj, I can present the screen. We'll continue.
So the time is over. Now judges can go
Okay.
for questions.
Okay.
So, hi team, it's a great effort that you are putting it towards this technology, I would say. So,
Thank
so
you,
my
sir.
question is like, is there an API that you are using for it to make it, like the AR/VR effect, or how exactly you are using this?
Yeah, actually, what we're doing is 3D models are available in the internet, or we can also design a 3D model using Blender, and we can import that into software Unity, based on which we can develop a generalized image for some topics. So it is when students mount this headset in his eyes using some AR headset, so he in interactive way he can work with the like
Okay, so
understand the picture.
basically there will be an Oculus for someone to read around it, or
Pardon, sir?
there will be an Oculus that he'll be wearing, or is it
Yeah.
just through a monitor or an app?
No, you can like normally these days this headset is available, no, where you can mount your phone
Right,
in front of your
Oculus.
eyes.
Right, Oculus. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can
So
use that.
have you tried using that? Like, is it working over there?
Yeah, actually, we just this time only we started with this idea, so
Okay.
I think that will be like for the next time we are surely trying to implement that. As of now, we just try to like mount the headset with some handmade thing, and we just
Okay.
try to use it with that
No, that's
processes.
great. That's really great. That's great effort.
In our video, we have shown that
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
video 5 minutes.
Right, right, right. And like, why do you want to add that light wala feel over there? Because
Yeah, so you can see for the student to bring interest in education, that is our main priority. So
okay,
what happens normally, I am interested in seeing the Avenger movies, and when I see Iron Man just working, no, in that augmented reality type of thing, so I wanted to bring that concept. So it
okay.
is when you wear this, there are virtual buttons, and you interact with them. So the lights are switched on. So that gives type of interesting, like it gives some type of like to like study. No, I hope you understand the kind of feeling
Yeah,
students
yeah,
will have.
I got it. So cool. I think like that's a great effort by your side, as being a in a hackathon. Actually, you always try to come up with some new things and you learn a lot of things. So by that
Yes,
sense,
sir.
I would really say it's great effort. So all the best to your
Thank you.
team. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It's a nice project. Like education is always my favorite domain, if I say. And using this, use the AR and VR technology, learning is going to be fun, not so boring as it is. But as you might be aware, in the recent time, there are many edtech players in the country, and most of them are adopting to these technologies, right?
Lot of them are.
Uh, Already using these technologies, AR and VR in the education.
Yeah, but I think so. It is not yet available to the students. Like you have to buy an AR headset that costs around
Right.
10,000 or 30,000. But we are trying to make an app where you just have to buy a mounting a phone in front of your eyes. So that will support like it is around 500 only. Like we have ordered one right now. Like today we ordered that. So that will be around some 5 minutes only. So you can mount this app and the headset together, and this will be like a low budget for available for the school students and college students.
Okay, so still the phone it needs AR capability, like the Google
No,
one it has.
the phone we implemented that already.
Okay, got it, got it.
So just you have to buy the headset and put it that. Shivraj, if you have that thing, you can just show, or otherwise
And
it is there in the video, like final video it is there.
and one more thing, like, do you have any specification for the phone, like uh, a particular
No,
GB of RAM? Like, what will the resource utilization of this project if I'm running it? What will be the resource utilization?
you want a Android 6.0 support, like above 6.0.
No, no, not in that terms. In terms of performance metrics, say I have a phone which doesn't have a good RAM or CPU, then on the first one
No,
it will hang. Is there any like optimization on that side?
actually we didn't as of now we have not thought about that part. I will like to clear that part because we
Okay,
just now developed this thing. So like I am not in a case to like we didn't optimize anything. We just did everything in a hurry. So yeah, I'll surely look into that. And
understand it. It's a like good domain to look into because I also sometimes work on the computer vision model, and when I try to run it through my phone, sometime if I have a big model, then phone might hang. So uh,
yeah, I got it,
focus
got
on
it.
the performance part.
Sure, sir. So you
Otherwise,
can
it's a
see
good project.
Shivraj's video is like we made a prototype like how it will be. So that whatever you saw in the phone, that phone will be mounted in front of your eyes, at least 4 centimeters. So that AR thing, that AR mounting thing is available in the Amazon around 500 rupees. So like this app will be surely boom, like if we develop into that.
Nice one. It's a great project. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Team Hurricane. Now we have Team Stealth with us. Team Stealth, are you there?
Hello, good evening. Myself Kush, and I'm from Team Still. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to present myself and my idea. I'm here to excited to introduce about the Auto Lekha, a groundbreaking tool that can solve common pain point for the front-end developers. It's a leverage of the power of OpenAI GPT-3 to convert simple natural language promotes into beautiful Tailwind UI components. As we look at the problem it solves that the front-end developer often spends a significant amount of time building UI component from scratch, which can be time-consuming and repetitive. Uh, this takes away from the ability to focus on what they love most. So, coding the backend logic, and creating the innovation feature for the project. So here we are with a solution, uh, not like Hug, which just solves the problem of automating and abstracting away the creation of front-end components with just a simple natural language prompt. It generates a well-designed UI component in seconds using the power of GPT-3. Currently, it's of Auto supports seven types of components, including hero section, feature section, dashboard, and much more, which can be easily customized in the Lekha background. Uh, as we dive into the demo, we will be able to clear it. To the feature section, you can go it and you can create what you want to create just by just writing the word. It will create your front end. So this is the main dashboard you can say. For example, if you want to create a dashboard of food delivering or anything, just have to select it and just write it. Create a hero section for a restaurant or orange color. So it will be creating. So the raw text is passed to the OpenAI GPT-3, which generate a JSON response containing the structure of UI component. The response is praised by the React template code in AutoLaker, which insert data into the component template and renders them using sendback in the Lake background. The theme of the component is extracted from the JSON sent to the Unsplash API, which returns top 10 images as you can see over here, matching to the team. So this JSON format generates the auto record. As you can see it, it provides the prompt completion pair of OpenAI Playground. It generates the completion of Playground within a second. You can write it feature section hosting company in a blue color. So it will generate for you the front end. So this is it generated with the help of OpenAI and the Unsplash API. This is the JSON file. And this is our project, and I would like to conclude that it's a game-changing tool that empowers front-end developer to focus on what they love most, coding the back-end logic and creating innovative features for their projects. What is ability to generate well-designed UI components for the simple NLP prompts? It is a time-saving and efficient solution for the front-end developer. And thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to answer all the questions.
You can ask the question.
Hi team. So I think like it's a great effort that you had with this project, and so why like you want to focus majorly on improving uh, the design and templating of the front end website, or you are like trying to put it some effort for the back end also?
Uh, Initial for now, it's the Amazon project, so I'm just focused. I have just focused now on the front end only. So as to it takes lots of time to design the front end, and we don't get much time to uh, in the back end part. So it would be a great tool to uh, get more time in the back end part.
Okay. So why do you think like something like Webflow, or there are multiple more platforms that now you can put, like even the components that you want to add in, or even you can now put some React components wherever, whichever part of the UI which you want to put. So you are making something similar kind of a tool, or like you have some different way of doing it?
Uh, Initially, it's similar only, but we will add more feature to it. In
Right. I
future.
understand. Yeah, but it's a great effort, I would say. So why do you want to specifically use GPT-3? Like, what will it enhance
Uh,
this?
it enhances that it generates the JSON response which contain the structured UI component. So it makes really a great UI structure. So it helps, and it's a very fast this, uh, this response.
Right. Like, so for example, what actually a GPT-3 would give you in the code, that is something you are reflecting in your application, basically.
Yes, plus adding the uh, Unsplash API also to add the images into it, and it's just a JSON, and it will in my website it will show you the whole you front end part.
Okay. Okay, I think that's cool enough. Like, I think like this is a good platform, like whenever you are going forward with your interviews or something, whenever. So I think this kind of a platform would be something that, like you can show up there. You can
Yes, yes,
always add it in your profile, and this would be a good project, I would say, in your college. And like, like keep on adding on
yeah,
to this
yes, sir,
particular,
yes, sir.
like
I'm
keep it
planning.
continued throughout. So all the very best for that.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you so much.
You guys might have heard about Wix. So how different you are from Wix?
Uh, So Wix is like it doesn't give you a proper front end. So it gives you around. Mm, it's not it's not fully structured way. Here
Okay.
you can customize everything. So according to your color, what you want, what you like to add, it would fully customize.
So your whole project is backed by ChatGPT, right?
Yes,
So code generation, everything will happen there.
yes, a code generation will happen there,
Okay,
and
got it.
using.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's it from our side. We can go for the all the best.
Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Stealth. Now we have next team Pablo Cop.
And the capabilities of our defense forces, and we are contributing to the national security. So to begin with, let's look at some early. Which they can communicate back to their home and headquarters are very limited. So one of the leaders in allowing military forces to communicate in these harsh conditions is Cortana Pro. So Cortana Pro has this small handheld device which allows to communicate on radio frequencies which cannot be intercepted by any other users in the area. So this is not just any company, this is being used by one of the most known forces in the world, the US Customs and Border Protection and other known forces. So looking at the spec sheet, this device has a limit. It can only transfer 235 bytes 6 times in a minute. In a world where every day 2.5 quintillion bytes of data is being produced, quintillion is a 10 followed by 30 zeros. Yet, in such crucial scenarios, we have a limit of 235 bytes 6 times each minute. So the challenge is basically, what if instead of having text or audio being transmitted under this limit, which is currently that is what this device is doing currently, what if we can transmit images? Images in communication, visual cues have much more impact than any kind of verbal or textual cues. So I'll give you a small demo of what our application is doing. So I repeat, the device we are using is Cortana Pro X2, and the payload limit which this has is 235 bytes. So we're reserving 16 bytes for the headers, and each packet which we'll be dividing is to 219 bytes. So let's choose an image, and the compression level has been by default set to 80%, and the resolution we are reducing it by 70%. Yeah, so we can see the compression data on the command prompt right now. Due to some technical glitch, it's not showing on the front end. So the original size of our image was 3.29 megabytes, and which has been converted to 2.50
kbps. So on average, we are achieving 98% compression, and this compression is not just image compression; it also includes compression based on the payload and the text which we are compressing. So the image compression techniques we are using is chroma subsampling. Chroma subsampling is basically we can convert it into collision as well. We are taking four pixels on one area, we calculate the average brightness and the other values, and we're equating all the values in that area. This gives us a single bit reduce in the number in the fine size. Next one is we're reducing the resolution by 70 to 40%, and we're also detecting any kind of similar edges like we have a similar thing towards your edge, we are cutting that off. And once we have this image, we are splitting it into multiple parts, which will be our payload. And this part is being converted to base64, which is supported by the Godella Pro X device. And as you all know, base64 converts all the 3 byte data into 4 bytes. And that 1 byte is the overhead, which increases our file size by 33%. So we're using Jesus compression to eliminate that as well. So on an average file size, high quality images, which are 2.7 megabytes of data, we are having a compression of 95%. They see some kind of activity happening and they want to act upon it. They keep on requesting the headquarters for some kind of approval and they fail to do so, they don't get approval. So in this case, even if we get the smallest bit of visual proof, the headquarters can act upon immediately and allow us to act upon it. So everything sounds good right now. So, but let's see the story. Meet Babu. Babu is a paratrooper from the Special Ops Division of Indian Army, and right now Babu is on special is undercover in a different country, and in the duty of operation, Babu is very close to the enemy forces, and in this situation, he tries to send over some data. But while he was sending his data, what if he gets captured? What if he gets killed in the line of duty? So right now, what is happening when you're transferring packets? What happens is, until and unless we receive all packets of the receiver end, we cannot make sense of any individual packet that we have received yet. So instead of dividing the image into multiple packets, we are splitting images into multiple images first, and then sending them over as different packets. And when we are sending it over, we are using a general technique like when a human is capturing an image, we tend to keep the core information, the subject, in the center. So we'll be sending the packets from the center of the image first, and we'll go towards the end. I'll show you a small demonstration of that. Also, earlier the data was not shown in the front end, is now visible. So if you look at the image to the right, this will start building up from the center. Right now the number of packets
So
is
the time is
12,
over.
and this will get divided into 16 parts. And as you can see, the image is building up right from the center and we go towards the edges. So even if there's some kind of issue that the signal gets intercepted, the proof gets killed or something, even if we see one packet, we can get something out of that information. That's it from my side. Thank you.
So the time is over.
You may ask the question.
Hello, team. First of all, a nice project. So, have you built any transmission channel, or you are using some army grade devices to send the data?
Using there's a development kit which is which is being given by Cortana Pro. It is on special access, so I cannot get access to that. But the limit which they are setting, they're using the simple radio frequencies from 140 to 175 megahertz, and then they also have an option for ultra high frequencies that goes till 450 hertz megahertz in extreme situations. But right now, this device requires some kind of encrypted text. It can be bytes or base64 encrypted strings. So I'm in my concept right now, I'm just generating base64 strings as multiple packets.
Got it. How the like ordering is being take place here? Like how you are ensuring that at the receiver and the image will be in same order?
Yeah, so first of all, what I'm doing is the image is being broken in the simple case, like when I'm not
Right.
building it into 16 parts and making it from the center. First of all, I'm converting it to base64, and then there's sorry. First, the payload is being divided into multiple parts to fulfill the 219 payload limit. And then it's being divided by 6 to get achieve the per minute restriction. And then we're doing chroma subsampling using CV2 libraries and NumPy. Along with that, we're just cropping out some of the edges from the outside, and the reduction of the resolution is being done by 70%. We know these compression factors sound very brutal, and other the common software that like Cloud Convert or Compress JPG, these are only able to convert like till 40% at max, and 40% data loss in technical terms is a lot. But right now, 98% is being lost, but to the human eye, it is still the same. When I was not able to see anything, I'm getting some amount of visual cue, and that is enough for to take action.
Got it. Thank you, Ramya.
Hey, hi team. I think it's a great like a kind of a teamwork that you guys have done by doing this implementation specific site itself.
But obviously we can use it as in multiple use cases because the compression which we are achieving is really great right now. And another part where like the 16 images are being rendered from the middle, we can implement that in different techniques. But as of now, I'm just fulfilling the defense track using this particular device, which is Godena Pro X2. That's it.
Okay. And like, have you compared it with any of the like a standard unzipping or zipping softwares that are there in the market or something like that?
There's a library in Python, like the most simple Python library to embed frequencies or radio frequencies is PyAudio. So the base64 strings and the output which I was returning was compatible with them. So that is what I've tested right now.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I think that's a great effort, and all the best for this.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you, Team Bubblecopter. Now, next team is Team Bitly.
Can I have a round of applause for Team Bubblecopter?
Our next team is Team Bitly.
Alright, very good evening everyone. This is teambit.ly/Lexon. I'm Puranjit Singh, and along with me is Subham Patra. And we have brought in front of you products Sir Boger in his first ever AI assistant to hospitals. Alright, firstly, very quickly, let's do it into mathematics.
Count with me the number of zeros in 140 crores. 8 zeros. Well, that's a lot of money is utilized in unnecessary hospital admissions, which not only is a burden for the patients, but also the entire medical healthcare system of our country. So there is a need, we prevent and we predict unnecessary hospitalizations, we identify patients that are at a higher risk, and we give them timely attention. Moreover, we also wish to provide assistance for the bed management of all the hospitals regarding their beds. So this is the problem, and the solution we give to you all is Sarvogya that we have brought in here. Primarily, our idea is divided into three stages. Stage one is the ML model created using a random forest classifier giving us an accuracy of 77%. We firstly predict if an incoming patient needs to be admitted or not. Moreover, our model also gives an urgency score to every new patient. But based on these urgency scores, we create a priority queue of all the incoming patients. This way, the hospital knows which patient needs to be treated first and with more severity and urgency. Moving on to stage two, after any patient is admitted to the hospital, a lot of extensive tests are carried out medically and physically. So another ML model has been created that takes in 33 input features and then it predicts the length of stay of every model. Please note, stage one was one ML model, stage two is another ML model which takes different number of features and predicts. Stage three is a mathematical model. This is not an ML model, this is a mathematical model. What we are trying to do here is we have created a mathematical algorithm which will assist us and the hospitals in identifying the number of beds they will be left with in the number of days. Moving on, we also have a few added benefits on our project. First of all, we have an Ethereum-based database management system because we need a decentralized and we need a more secure and transparent database. So all the patient data is stored on an Ethereum blockchain. Moving on, we have created a medical report scraper. We believe our hospitals to use a model, it will be very tiring to manually enter all the data fields. So what if we input any medical report and then all the data fields are actually just scraped out of it and put inside a model? Very quickly, let's go to our implementation, hardware implementation. This is the main front end we have created. Let's put in my medical report by Dr. Lal Pathas. It will medically scrape all the required details. Well, that's the job. It's probably not coming up, but all the essential details they come up by the report. They are scraped in, they are put inside a model, and then predicts whether the patient needs to be admitted or not with an urgency score. Secondly, we predict the length of stay of the admitted patient. We can move on to the forecast of beds, the last web page. That's predicting the length of stay of every patient. Just like I mentioned, we are taking 33 input features in a second ML model. This is just a simulation to show how this software would be working. We definitely cannot put in 33 medical features right there. And when we press submit, yeah, that's what a model predicts 5 number of days for the patient. This is just a dashboard for the hospital's state, and the last mathematical algorithm forecast beds. So all these patients, they have been sorted based on their urgency score and the number of days, and this is what we are predicting.
So the time is over. You can start with the questions.
So thank you so much, and we're open to questions.
So your project with like 60, like 70 or 80% accuracy is considered very less here. I know in machine learning it's too hard to achieve high accuracy, but healthcare is a domain where you can't play with the accuracy thing. So like approach is good, idea is also good, but focus on that part, how you can improve the accuracy, how you can accurately detect the diseases and all. And for this sector, I think random forest won't be a suitable algorithm here. So you need to like try on other algorithms. That's all.
So can you please repeat the question? We lost you in between.
So could you please repeat the question? We lost the connection in between.
Sorry, you lost me?
Yes, sir. Could you please repeat the question?
Not a question. I was just giving a feedback. I was saying that healthcare is a very critical domain where accuracy matters a lot. So a model with 70% accuracy or 80% accuracy is not considered a good fit in the healthcare domain. And the algorithm that you have used, random forest, I don't think it's going to be a perfect fit for this use case. So you can play with more models and try to understand the math behind it. Then only choose the model which actually meets your use case.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Thank you for the suggestion. And in fact, sir, as a matter of fact, we did apply and utilize a lot of other models like SVM, KNN, logistic regression, and somehow random forest classify gave us the highest accuracy, and that's why we decided to go with it. Probably it depends on the data set too. So, but yes, sir, I think we should have tried.
Got it. Got it.
Hi team. I think like a lot of things like Avinash only covered, wherein like a very important point that accuracy matters a lot in healthcare, and so being in hackathon there in hackathon, I think like you might be learning some new things. So I think that could be like a go-to option for you to take it away from this hackathon and like try to come up with some of the ideas which like you can implement in this particular app itself. Like for example, you want to communicate with your patients or something like that. Adding those kind of features, you can build in the complete platform. It's a great effort, so all the best to you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Team Bitly. Now we have Team Bitmasters with us.
We are Team Gate Masters and we'll be presenting a website which we have built, Stay Ease. It's a shortcut to seamless stays in hotels. So what our website does, it aims to simplify and streamline the hotel stay process by like it seeks to replace the traditional key cards that we use by using the phone's NFC. It also integrates the various other facilities that the hotels provide. So this is a demo UI we can see. So we'll be using NFC. So we'll be using a two-way handshake process in which the NFC from a phone will send a signal to the NFC of the door, and the NFC of the door will reply back, and it will check the keys in the backend and accordingly open the door or close the door. So moving on, what are the unique selling points of our project? It provides easy check-in and easy checkout options, easy access to all the hotel facilities in a single website and a single place, and it replaces the traditional key cards that we use. And it also alleviates the thing that you have to always carry a key card, you always have to be in stress that you're carrying it, or what if I lose it? and it can be customized and tailored to according to the needs of each and every website. So moving on to the future enhancements, we can like add integration and loyalty programs and reward systems. We can use data analytics to improve and provide personalized experience to the guests. And we can integrate with other hotel systems like room automation and security systems. So this is the tech stack we have used, basically a MERN tech stack. We have used React for front end, MongoDB for our database, and Node.js for the backend applications. Now I'll request Chirag to show the website. So this is the website or the landing page. The user can sign up here, or the like the hotel can send the credentials via SMS. So here Chirag will just make a dummy user to show you. So the user was created and Chirag will try to log in here. So upon logging in, the user can see a simple UI. Here, the user can see a room key. If he clicks on it, it will activate the NFC. We are using the Web NFC API of the React to access the NFC of the mobile phone, and it can accordingly open and close the doors. Then other facilities like food service, which is provided in the hotel, we can also add all these things. Where is request? Yeah. We can also simply request for the room services at a singular place. And if he wants to extend or book any other room, he can also check in and check out from the app also. So yeah, with this, I would like to conclude the demo and we are open for questions. Thank you.
Uh, so hi team. I think it's a great idea. I would say I think while going to the hotels, whenever you want to have like a check-in through a phone app and ordering everything through that, I think it would be a great option, because I've seen a lot of times that we can uh, we can have food by having an app, but like instead of a key just going inside a hotel, that's a cool.
Okay.
Thanks for your appreciation.
Can you walk me through the security, like how the security part works here, and how the permissions are being delegated to particular user? Like how a one NFC on phone will not open the other room. So how the permission will be delegated, and the security how it will be.
With handshake. So the NFC will send you credential. The server will check whether you are a valid user or not, and then it will ask for your key, the encrypted key, which we are storing here. Like you can see the key, and then we will send the key and the
Just a
login.
minute,
So
Chirag,
we are
can one
basically
of you
encrypting
mute?
the key also here. So that's our main security.
Okay, so it's kind of a access mechanism that you're following here.
Sorry.
Like you are following a mechanism similar to SSH.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Any other questions?
That's all from my side. Have a you have a good idea, but just
Okay.
brainstorm more on that part. What components you can add, and focus on the security, because for this project, security is going to be the one of the major pillar here that can play an important role.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Bitmasters. Now we have Team Sinister Divine with us.
We are Team Sinister Rewind, and for this hackathon, we have created a disaster assessment system for drones. We have created this project under the defense track, and in this presentation, I'm going to explain to you what we have built over the course of 26 hours of this hackathon. So we are Team Sinister Rewind. I'm Shreya Chopra, and the leader of this team, and my teammate is Kunal Dingla, and we have built this project. So coming to the problem, in the aftermath of any disaster, it is essential to assess the damaged areas, to assess the damaged structure in order to analyze the requirements of the relief teams to plan rescue operations and for restoration. Keeping all these issues in mind, we have built this project. So as a part, so for our solution, we have built a system that operates on a microcontroller, Jetson Nano and a JetBot, and so when a drone flies over disaster-affected areas, it will collect images. Due to hardware restrictions, we do not have a drone, but we will be simulating the working on this Jetson Nano and JetBot device. We will be controlling the JetBot from our laptops in order to simulate what it would be like to operate the drone. So the drone will collect images. These images will be encrypted for privacy and security. And when the microcontroller returns to the base station, these images will be decrypted and super resolution will be applied on them to enhance image quality. And then finally, these images will be run through a machine learning model that will generate a disaster analysis report giving you the extent of damage to the structure so that the relief team can plan their response and also planning for restoration can also happen as quickly as possible. So now I'm going to demonstrate the working of the JetBot, which will simulate what the work of the drone will be like and show you how images are being collected and encrypted. So if you could all take a look at the screen showing the JetBot view. So we have connected the JetBot over here through, these are all wired connections, but again, this is because of hardware restrictions. These things can be done wirelessly as well. And so I'm going to show you how the movement would be controlled by somebody who's at the base station. Okay, so just a minute. So as you can see, the robot has started to move, and the direction of the movement of the robot can be controlled right from the base station. And as the robot is moving, you'll also get a live feed from the camera, as you can see here. And then and you'll be and the user will be getting a live feed of the disaster struck areas. Okay, so you're getting a live feed in the camera box right here, as you can see. And when they see something that they want to capture and save, they just click.
So we are using a self-made encryption. It is based on Rubik's cube. So we basically divide the image in bit planes and have the most significant bits as faces of a Rubik's cube. And this helps us with the diffusion process. And then we use a Lorentz map for the confusion process. So these are the evaluation matrices, and as you can see, the histogram is pretty plain, and also the correlation analysis. Along with that, we have an average USEI of 49, which is pretty good, and NPCR is 99.75, along with average entropy as 7.98. So it is a reliable encryption with high robustness. After that, we have the super resolution. Here are some sample image. So as you can see, the original image is pretty blurred and pixelated, whereas the enhanced image is provides us with a much clearer information. The super resolution here is implemented using the open source Python library ISR, and we have used GANs with RRTN. After that, we have the damage assessment model, and Shreya should explain.
So for the model, we have used the XU2 data set. This data set consists of images related to various disasters all over the world, and it also it gives us a set of pre-disaster images and post-disaster images, on the basis of which we have trained a self-trained model. And for this, as you can see in the on the extreme on the image on the extreme right, the annotated image, the red areas that marks the areas that have been affected most severely, that is major damage. The green areas are areas with no damage, and not available in this particular image, but the model also shows you areas with minor damage. This categorization helps the relief team assess their requirements and plan restoration. So for the model evaluation metrics and for the portal, the accuracy we achieved using our model was 95.46%, which I believe is pretty impressive for this. And now we're going to show you the working of the portal where the team
Ma'am,
will
the time is
upload
over.
the images, and they'll get a disaster assessment report as we showed you in the presentation. So for now, we just for the sake of this pitching, we have preloaded these images. Otherwise, this would take a while for the whole thing to happen. But just for the sake of the pitching, we have added these images already. So we upload the images that we want to assess, and this would give us an analysis report, which will be available to you in just a second. We're almost done. And this gives us the post-disaster analysis report showing you the extent of damage to all the structures. Um,
The time is over. Judges can go for the questions. Judges can go ahead for the question round.
Hi team. So do you guys know about the GeoSlam? There's a company called GeoSlam.
sorry.
Okay, so GeoSlam it actually manufactured drones that can do the similar kind of work that you are trying to do. It usually access the inaccessible areas. It tries to analyze the threat and all. So my question is around like you showed me an image, the pre-disaster image, and then the prediction image. So what are the factors that you are taking into consideration while making a prediction? And what kind of prediction, like what kind of disasters currently your model supports? Like what it can predict?
Currently, the parameters we're taking into consideration is the image is analyzed by the machine learning model, and it analyzes the extent of damage done to the buildings and the structures present in the images. We have used a self-trained model for this. And can you repeat the second half of your question, please?
Okay, so you used your own self-trained model for this, right?
And as for the kind of disasters we analyze, this model can predict hurricanes, wildfires, tsunami, flooding, and earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions.
Got it. Thank you. It's a like nice project. If well implemented, then it can save multiple lives. Good up, keep up the
We
good
believe
work.
too, and that's why we decided to build this project.
How do you get to know about the data that, for example, just before hitting, like when actually, for example, volcano get erupted, and before that, like how was the situation, and was your alert being like after being all the like model being set, then what are the outcomes, what is the accuracy, what is the percentage of probability that you'll be able to like predict whatever thing that you are claiming could be there, like what is the accuracy around it?
Pre-disaster images can be taken from the satellite images. These images get updated very often. I think about 3 or 4 times a week. And for the post-disaster images, that's what the drone does. It flies over disaster-struck areas, uh, and the person controlling the whole system on the base station can capture images. As for the model, we achieved an accuracy of 95.46%, and this was the only evaluation metric that we evaluated our model upon.
Okay. So is it a keep on in like, it's like so for example, if new images would be coming in, like it would be a self-enhancing model, or it's like you have set a model and then you just add and put forward the current images and it will predict.
It's not a self-enhancing model due to the time restraints, and we actually tried to overcome the challenge that XView2 actually had. Uh, the model that we have trained is based on that. So XView2 is a data set that contains all these pre-disaster, post-disaster images, and we have trained our model on that.
Okay. Okay, I think that's a great effort. And like how soon can you like for example, if a calamity is 10 days after, like, or is there like a time that you can predict something, like what is the kind of a prediction that it actually do?
The model or for the whole system to operate?
The anything you can say, like model, obviously it will just give you the, it will help you to get your data trained, something like that. But the ultimately the solution that you will be giving is, like for example, right now if you see all around the world, like in next 10 days what kind of calamity could come, something that kind of prediction would be there, or anything that you think your system do.
We are not predicting any disasters as of now. This is for post-disaster assessment only. As for the time taken for the entire process, controlling the drone depends upon the operator, but the whole system can complete the entire task within a few hours.
Cool, cool. So it's a kind of
Like,
model that right now will help you.
the drone can fly over the disaster-struck areas, resolution, encryption, and everything, and the whole model can be done in about a few hours only.
Okay, cool. I think that's great initiative. All the best to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Sinister Rewind. Now we have Team Bitlock with us.
What's the team name?
It's Bitlock.
Team Bitlock.
Everybody feel a bit present over here. After this mesmerizing hackathon experience of 36 hours, our team Midlock has come up with a solution called Helium. So, like when we are working on some confidential projects, when there are government projects involved, like you can have DRDO, NCD, NCDC, you cannot share your data like on WhatsApp, on Google Drive. Like there is some collaboration between the people who are involved in the project. This we are dealing with a large amount of hardware. So we are coming up with a solution of providing decentralized storage system with ML capabilities. So this decentralized storage system is also having some obscenity checker so that the community guidelines are not violated. And we also have image steganography. which is like we can have certain text. Suppose on a private channel, there is a group of individuals. We can have NFT tokens to let the data being shared between those group of individuals. Now, suppose if you want to send data from one person to another person on the same group, like a group of 5 people, but you want the data sharing between only 2. So what you'll do is you'll have an image, you'll have some text, you'll use this technique of image signography, and you will make a encoded image. Then the person who wants to decode it can just decode the image and get the message. Tech stack is IPFS Filecoin. We have implemented a project on Replit, and now it will be much better to understand it from the technical point of view rather than seeing the stats.
So this is the technical point of view of our application. Let's go to the home page of the application. As you can see, judges, basically we have a table in which we have multiple files which we are uploaded using this chain safe storage system. It's basically an IPFS. It's basically an IPFS storage level. Storage layer, which basically use multiple distributed nodes to store our file. A basic concept is using NFT-based tokens to authenticate different type of wallets, such that only the good wallet, which has the authenticated asset, only that kind of wallet will be able to access the images or the media which we are uploaded. As we can see, and we are not able to view the content that is uploaded to the chain safe. And let's now just attach the wallet. Yes. So this is the good kind of wallet. The wallet which has authorized assets, such can you just show the wallet that it has our token. So this is the token that we have generated using our smart contracts on Tejas using the GhostNet. These assets provide us the opportunity and the feature to view the media that is uploaded. This is the our smart contract which is deployed using smart PY. And we have basically used the operations of minting and transferring the tokens between the wallets. And now just move on to the ML. These are ML models that is deployed on Replit. Can you just show the Replit? Yes. So basically, it's just yes. These are the ML models that are deployed, and basically it helps us filter out different kind of medias, and it's using Flask API for sending the requests. So let's try to upload. As you can see, the image is sent to the Flask server to be checked for obscene detection. And as you can see, image is encoded, and we got obscenity filter as false. And now we can see our chain safe will have the image in our storage, and this will be distributed between different nodes of chain safe. As you can see, encrypted underscore image PNG is available, and this is decentralized using IPFS storage layer. And this image is encrypted using DES algorithm. You won't be able to view that image unless you decrypt it. And hence, even if you have the CID, which is the content ID, you won't be able to view it until you decrypt it. Now let's come over to the part if we want to view this image using the wallet. Using the wallet that has a token. So basically, judges, we have implemented block explorer of GhostNet, wherever if the wallet has the authenticated token, the token that we want in the wallet. If it has it, then we will be able to return the response, and otherwise it will return undefined, and the viewing experience will be cancelled. Thanks.
Judges can go for the question round.
Avinash sir, Pratyush sir, are you there?
Yeah, hi everyone. So I think it's a great like a application in terms of idea that you guys are trying to create. So what about like how feasible you think? So I have two questions. One is like the security. How at what level you are adding security to this particular application, and the second is how you are looking forward to like scale it up. Like I understand your how your initial users would be, but like if you want to launch it as a complete startup, like how will you scale it up?
Security part, we have implemented MIT licensed image encryption and decryption model, which first encrypt the image with the text. The encryption can be done in multi-phase ways, but we are using the images made up of pixels. So we are changing the pixels of the images, and then we are sending the changed image to the user, and he will decrypt it. And the scalability part, Arjun will.
Yes, judges. We will have Celery implemented to basically, it's basically a task queue type of model in which ML models will only be able to serve the request, only get the RAM, and the storage, the performance metrics are quite low, the limit level. In that case scenario, the response will be generated instantly, and our application will not be blocked by multiple requests, and using multiple workers on using Unicorn, we'll be able to handle all those requests, and the application won't be able to crash and everything.
Cool. I think that's great. I think like you guys have like it's a great effort that you guys have put in into this application. So I think all the best for that. Thank you. That's it from my side.
How is it safe from the man in the middle attack? I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Consider a scenario where your application got hacked. So how you are ensuring that the data, whatever user uploaded there, is secure? Is there any encryption at
Sir,
rest?
man-in-the-middle attacks can be avoided using the encryption protocol. As you just told, as I just said that DES algorithm is used to encrypt the algorithm before uploading it to the chain safe storage level, and hence we can avoid the man-in-the-middle attacks using these algorithms. Furthermore, if we
Along with DES algorithm, we have also implemented an ML model, which is MIT licensed model to further encrypt the image to prevent the man in the middle attack.
Got it. And image also, it contains a lot of metadata. Like if we go to regex info, so image usually contains, whenever you upload an image, it contains critical information like when it was taken, the device name. Most it will also contain the location also. So when an image is getting uploaded to your server, are you removing that data, or it is getting encoded there only?
Metadata through image signography. And if the data is important, we are sending it, and we are planning to remove the data on future aspects. As of now, we are not removing the data.
Okay, got it. Thank you, team.
Thank you, Team Bitlock. Now we have our last team, Tech Brigade.
Team Tech, Team Tech Brigade is here with us.
Hello everyone, good evening. We are Team Hidden Hustlers because those are all sorts of things. You don't want to believe us? Fine. Look at this. This is called data, and you know it, right? We have proof that there is a problem. So what do? We try to find a solution. As you can see clearly, males are almost always given a preference over females. Whites almost always given a preference over blacks or Asians. So presenting to you, like I said, hidden hustlers. You are focusing on anonymity. How are you differentiating between an experienced professional who's 45 years in age and a college freshie who are all applying for the same job? So what do? We provide you a skill test. What is that? Basically, a skill test ensures that you get the job or basically tries to figure out what kind of work you're capable of doing. And as you move on through our portal, you can get badges, certifications, and even letters of recommendations from your previous employer. So moving on to our secure transactions. Now, obviously, because it's anonymous, you really need to ensure that you have a trustworthy transaction setup. So what do? We take the amount, the payment is deducted from the employer, it's stored in a buffer system with us, and then that payment, upon completion of the task, is given to the employer. And now to talk about the plagiarisms. To prevent that, we establish NFTs under the ownership of the employee, and once the task has been completed, the NFT is transferred under the ownership of the employer. So this is our tech stack upon which we'll be discussing once we show you our working prototype. This is our business model. We have 4 revenue streams: a commission-based revenue model, a subscription model, a business partnership model, and an escrow payment model. This is our future plan. What we tend to do is we want an AI and ML algorithm that automatically detects the trends in the market and provides you the best course that you should be working on right now if you want a good job. So guys, that is Hidden Hustlers because we are here to win. And guys, let's get to the good part where we show you our working prototype.
So now, if you see, the front end is implemented in Next.js, and when you register it, you can log in or sign up to Owasp, which is a single way authentication system for authenticating with the code. So it generates a one-time bounce for enhanced security, and then when you sign in, it's signed in. Here you can see jobs that are submitted by the other job providers, and then accept them, and then an NFT will be made. Also, there is a skill test which can even run, so we can implement the AI model for that. So now, if you see, first of all, I will log out with the job seeker account. And then log in with the job provider account. So now job provider can add jobs, like whatever he's wanting, whatever credits he's giving for that, and whatever skills are required for that. And we can see our jobs in the home page. For example, if I add So in this way, he can add the job, and other people can view that job. The username is always uniquely generated, randomly generated, and it cannot be.
Judges can go ahead for the question round.
Hi team, it's a nice concept. I liked it. The question around here is how you are going to identify whether a person who is claiming that he knows AIML or some other skill is actually skilled and not a fake person.
So for that, we have introduced the skill test. As we mentioned, that we will be rating the person's skills before giving him the opportunity. He will be giving rating from 1 to 10.
Okay, but skill test can also be cheated. Like in other freelancing thing, if a person is claiming that he knows this thing, that thing, that can be verified through his LinkedIn or some projects, GitHub, etc. But here, like that question will always be there on the basis of whether
Like
the
you said,
person who is
for that we will be introducing the accreditations in our thing, where we will be providing with the badges over your past experience. And
okay, yeah.
people who will be rating you over your projects, we will be giving the more and more badges over that. Over that. Over that.
Got it. That problem can be tackled using this. Thanks for the explanation.
So hi team, I think it's a good like a hustle that you have done in this hackathon. Uh, I think that in terms of ideation, like it's already a multiple platforms are there. But anyways, I think like it's always great to see like some new platform in this direction, because it has some different perspective and different mindset. So with that, like like you have a multiple platforms for doing this, a job search, having those tests and every of those things. So you can come up with some interesting new ideas also, like for example you added a metamask to it. So this is one of the interesting thing that I found. But instead of that also, like you can have like add some of these kind of ideation to it and implement that. I think this can go far with that. So I think it's a great initiative that you guys have done. I don't have much questions around it. So thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me. Excuse me. The last point. I think I maybe forgot to mention it, but what we're also trying to do in our future efforts is we want an AI and ML algorithm that will basically test the trends in the market and then provide you with the best courses. And what our plan was in the future, maybe we should provide training and consulting to people so that they have a place they can trust, because right now there's just so many places online, like you said. And I think it's best when we do things ourselves, and that's kind of the concept we want to promote here. So thank you so much.
Right, maybe you can even add a kind of a community to it, which right now most of the platform don't have it. Like in this thing, like a lot of things is there directly into the platform and not into the community side, which in like you can put forward and add it to it.
Plan, which is what we were planning for, was like a LinkedIn-based post system where instead of posting your achievements or your photos or anything, you post your issues. For example, I'm a freelancer, I'm working on, for example, I'm designing something and I face an issue, I post it and then people related to that comment down on it. And I don't think there's any chance of anyone being, unfair or malicious in that, because everyone is anonymous, and I think it would be a really nice platform where everyone can help each other.
Cool. I think like all the best for this. I think it's a great initiative that you guys are taking. So all the best.
Thank you, team. Now here we come to the end of the judging round. I, I would like I would like to request the judges to join the another meet, and team stay tuned for the results.